In this pod, we're going to look at food and eating out.
There's a lot of vocabulary to do with food, and we can't give you all of it. Remember to ask your teacher or consult a dictionary if you want the Spanish word for a food item that isn't mentioned here. Having said that, we'll give you a bunch of words to get started. We have fruit,
La manzana, meaning apple. El melocotón, meaning peach. La naranja, meaning orange. La fresa, meaning strawberry. La pera, meaning pear. And finally, el plátano, meaning banana.
We also have vegetables,
Las verduras, meaning vegetables. Las legumbres, meaning pulses. Los guisantes, meaning peas. La zanahoria, meaning carrot. La col, meaning cabbage. La patata, meaning potato. La cebolla, meaning onion. La lechuga, meaning lettuce. And finally, los champiñones, meaning mushrooms.
The words for meat and fish can be quite useful. They include
La carne, meaning meat. La carne de vaca, meaning beef. La carne de cordero, meaning lamb. La carne de cerdo, meaning pork. El pollo, meaning chicken. El pescado, meaning fish. Las gambas, meaning prawns. Los mariscos, meaning seafood. And finally, el filete, meaning steak.
It's also important to be able to talk about what you drink. We have
El café, meaning coffee. El té, meaning tea. La leche, meaning milk. El zumo, meaning juice. El vino, meaning wine. And la cerveza, meaning beer.
Finally, we'll round up by looking at some words associated with eating out. We have
Pedir, meaning to order or to ask for. El camarero, meaning waiter. La camarera, meaning waitress. La carta, meaning the menu. El primer plato, meaning starter. El segundo plato, meaning main course. El postre, meaning dessert. La bebida, meaning drink. Tener hambre, meaning to be hungry. Tener sed, meaning to be thirsty. And finally, la cuenta, meaning bill.
Spanish meals begin with el desayuno, which is breakfast, la comida, which is lunch, and finally la cena, meaning dinner. Breakfast is generally very light, and la cena comes a lot later than dinner in the UK. You may also have las tapas, which are nibbles that you'd eat with drinks, and la merienda, which is an afternoon snack. These nouns can be made into verbs: desayunar, meaning to have breakfast, comer, meaning to have lunch, cenar, meaning to have dinner, and merendar, meaning to have an afternoon snack.
You can use this vocabulary to create phrases that describe what you like to eat. For example, Sofia might say,
Ceno a las 8. Mi plato preferido es pollo al curry.
This translates as,
I have dinner at 8 o'clock. My favorite meal is chicken curry.
Alternatively, she could discuss a restaurant by saying,
Me encanta ir a restaurantes, pero a veces es difícil elegir lo que quieres comer. Una vez probé unas gambas a la plancha. Estaban muy picantes.
If you struggled with some of this, don't worry. A la plancha means grilled. Pero a veces es difícil elegir lo que quieres comer means, but sometimes it's hard to choose what you want to eat. With this in mind, let's listen to Sofia's translation.
I love going to restaurants, but sometimes it's hard to choose what you want to eat. Once, I tried some grilled prawns. They were very spicy.
A waiter may ask you, ¿Qué le gustaría tomar? This means, what would you like to have? If you want to order politely, you must use the word quisiera. This comes from the imperfect subjunctive form of the verb querer, meaning to want. Don't worry if you're not familiar with this form of the verb just yet. Simply use quisiera in set expressions when you want to say that you would like something. For example, Sofia could reply,
Para el primer plato, quisiera las gambas al ajillo. Y para el segundo plato, el filete.
This simply means,
For the starter, I'd like the garlic prawns, and for the main course, the steak.
We'll leave it there. Try to memorize the phrases and sentences we've looked at here. How can you change them to describe your own likes and dislikes? How would you politely order food? Try your best, and if you're still feeling unsure, feel free to tune in again.